pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Supervisor Vecchio.
Here.
Councilman Wareheim.
Here.
Councilwoman Noack.
Here.
Councilwoman Nunzarella.
Here. I think you gave me some notes, Tommy.
And you're under the appointments, supervisor appoints Alex Goodman to the Youth Advisory Board from October 11 through December 31, 2019. Supervisor Vecchio appoints Alexa Rand to Youth Advisory Board from October 11th through 2019, December 31st. Correspondence. Parade Run Walk, Sergeant W. Cook, VFW Post, third reading. Second reading for the Hop Park High School Homecoming Parade. Second reading for the Hop Park Schools 5K Family Run. Second reading for the Hop Park School 5K Family Run. I guess that's two of them. That's the second reading. Second reading for the St. James Chamber of Commerce St. Patrick's Day Parade. Second reading for the Frank Toto Memorial Foundation Run. And second reading for a special event, Community Association of Greater St. James Car Show. And second reading for the Parade Run Walk, Rotary Club of Smithtown, Go for the Green. We have a letter here from Peter Pizziciosis representing Jaredine Company of America, withdrawing a change of zone application. And the letter is on the file in the town clerk's office. We have a building department report, which is in the clerk's office for anybody's perusal. We have a first reading for Parade Run Walk for Smithtown Kickers. First reading for the Kings Park St. Patrick's Day Parade. And first reading for Kings Park Youth Opening Day Parade. And first reading for St. James Smithtown Little League Opening Day Parade. Anybody wish to be heard for or against those events? Town Board to authorize the clerk to advertise for a public hearing to be held at the Town Hall on the 7th day of November at 2 p.m. to consider proposed local law number 5 of 2017, amending chapter 221 of the Town Code entitled Property Maintenance.
Councilwoman Nunzarella.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim.
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio.
Mr. Wareheim, would you read the next few, next?
Sure.
Let's see, that's number 2 through 7.
Number 2, Town Board to authorize the town clerk to advertise for public hearing to be held at 2 o'clock, November 7th, Town of Smithtown Town Hall, to consider town's entry onto certain real property located at 165 Hickory Lane, Smithtown, for the purpose of removing accumulation of large amount of junk, rubbish, and debris, including but not limited to old broken wood, broken pieces of fencing, dilapidated wood structure, as well as extremely large amounts of other junk, rubbish, and debris.
Councilwoman Nunzarella.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim.
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio.
Yes.
Number 3, Town Board to authorize the town clerk to advertise for public hearing to be held at Smithtown Town Hall, 99 West Main Street, 26th day of October, 2017, at 7 p.m. to consider the 2018 preliminary budget for the town of Smithtown.
Councilwoman Nunzarella.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim.
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio.
Yes.
Number 4, Town Board to authorize the town clerk to advertise for public hearing to be held at the town of Smithtown Town Hall, Victor Bliss Boardroom, 99 West Main Street, 7 p.m. on the 30th day of November, 2017, to consider zoning petition 2017-02 by the Society of St. Johnland for a special exception for an assisted living facility with related site improvements.
Councilwoman Nunzarella.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim.
Yes.
Supervisor
Yes.
Vecchio.
Number 5, the Town Board to authorize the town clerk advertise for public hearing to be held at the town of Smithtown Town Hall, 99 West Main Street, New York, on the 7th day of November, 2017, at 2 p.m. to consider proposed local law number 6-2017, amending Chapter 101 of the Town Code of the Town of Smithtown entitled Department of Parks, Buildings, and Grounds.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noak?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
yes,
Number 6, the town board to authorize the town clerk to advertise for public hearing to be held at the town of Smithtown Town Hall, 99 West Main Street, on the 7th day of November 2017 at 2:00 p.m. to consider a proposed amendment to Chapter 135 of the Town Code entitled Taxicabs.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noak?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
yes,
Number 7, the town board to authorize the town clerk and Planning and Community Development Department to advertise for a public hearing to be held at the town of Smithtown Town Hall, 99 West Main Street, at 2 p.m. on Tuesday, November 7th, 2017, to consider the 2018 Year 44 Community Development Program and to disseminate such public notice to interested community groups.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noak?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
yes, Ms. Noack,
Yes. The town board to authorize the town clerk to advertise for the following bids to be returned to town hall. A, bid 17-086, roads and landscape supplies, October 26, 2017. B, bid number 17097, hazardous household waste program, October 26, 2017.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noak?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
yes,
The town board to award the following bids to authorize the purchase of associated goods and services. A, bid 17056 for planting of street trees to Louis Barbado Landscaping. B, bid 17-017 for horizontal feeder grinder to Roto Chopper. C, bid 17075 for tri-axle truck with dump body to Gabriel Truck Sales. D, bid number 17062 for food service items to Abco Paper and Plastic Corp. E, bid 17074 for the poly bags to Central Poly Corp. F, bid 17080 for a tractor truck to Trucks Inc. G, bid 17-072 for demolition of unsafe structures to Panzer Demo and Abatement and Wattrell Brothers. H, bid number 17074 for drainage improvements at Clinton Avenue and Carroll Place to Laser Industries.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noak?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
yes,
The town board to award the following requests for proposals per opening date indicated. 1, RFP 17063 for professional engineering. 2, RFP 17079 for professional services for a design plan for downtown Kings Park. 3, RFP 17069 for planning and implementation of a townwide GIS system to Timmons Group.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noak?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
yes,
The town board, after due study and deliberation of the subject record, to issue a secret negative declaration. A, the town board, after due study and deliberation of the subject record, to issue a secret negative declaration, determination of non-significance in the matter of the application for a site plan approval by J.F. DeAndrea for J.F. DeAndrea Corp.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noak?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
yes. You want to read, please?
Sure. Number 5, the town board to approve the following town board regular meetings, September 5th, 2017 at 2 p.m. B, town board to accept certified or bank check in the amount of $43,334.06 to be used for the completion of the outstanding public improvements required for the subdivision known as Rolling Meadows, number 993, in lieu of declaring the bond in default, and to authorize the town engineer to procure the materials and services necessary to complete said outstanding publications improvements and to release letter of credit number 1450 post for said subdivision and to accept dedication of the public improvements upon satisfactory completion of the same. Should keep reading. Addition of the Young and Young to the town's pre-qualified professional services consultants list as approved by the town board on September 21st, 2017. D, rescind resolution number 2017683 of the town board meeting of June 22nd, 2017. E, Joe Kostecki, town purchasing director, to attend New York State Association of Municipal Purchasing Officers Regional Conference on October 17th. F, purchase of Toughbook Computers from Island Technical Services. G, town attorney or appropriate official to enter into a stipulation of settlement or agreement and consent to the entry of order with regard to various tax certiorari matters. H, application for renewal quote for storage tank liability insurance policy for the Long Beach Marina Fuel Storage Tank. I, Town Board to issue a written consistency determination pursuant to Chapter 151 of the Town Code that application 201710 by Kings Park Bluff Stabilization is consistent with the LWRP as stated in September 7, 2017. J, extension of bid 16086 for automotive parts with vehicle maintenance program. Inc., Long Island Truck Parts, Keystone Plastics, Moreland Hose, Dependable Repair, and Old Demolition Brush. K, extension of bid 16091 for janitorial supplies with APCO paper, Amity vacuum, and the environmentally friendly janitorial. L, extension of agreement with Weirin LFG Services, LLC, for professional service related to landfill gas monitoring and reporting for various town facilities. M, the town clerk to issue a parade run walk permit to Sergeant John Cook, VFW Post 395, for the annual Veterans Day Parade to be held on Saturday, November 11th. N, extension of bid 16082 for sand and salt to Biddle & Sons, Atlas Roll-Off, and State Materials. O, controller to release cash deposit in lieu of performance bond, ID number 170-80800, furnished by Maflex Corp. regarding bid number 17050, deck hockey court. P, agreement between Highway Superintendent and Village of Nesquag regarding the removal of snow and ice. Q, the Engineering Department and Department of Environment and Waterways to prepare plans and all requisite application materials and to further authorize the supervisor to sign all such materials as may be required in order to obtain a New York State DEC permit for repairs to the Nesquag River outfall. Or, Town Board to accept a check in the amount of $3,585 from the DGS Group LLC to be used for the completion of the outstanding public improvements required for the subdivision known as Nesconset Evergreens 1049.
We'll give you a break. Mr. Wareham, would you like to continue that?
Okay, we're in T.
S.
S. Town clerk to issue a parade walk run for the Hopog High School for their annual homecoming parade to be held on Saturday, October 14th, 3:30 p.m. T, the town clerk to issue a special event permit to the Community Association of Greater St. James Car Show to be held Lake Avenue between Woodlawn Avenue and 3rd Street, Saturday, October 21st. U, Assessor's Office to lease a copier from Toshiba Business Solutions. V, Parks Department to lease a copier from Toshiba Business Solutions. W, Senior Citizens Department to lease a copier from Toshiba Business Solutions. X, agreement to town employees permitting voluntary transfer of vacation and/or sick time to Dominic Gaudio, labor at Hoyt Farm. Y, ordinance inspectors Douglas Murphy and Garrett Robinson, the Department of Public Safety, to attend Hartford VAD vacant, abandoned, and deteriorated properties training. Z, rejection of all bids received September 21st, 2017, in connection with bid number 17078 for hazardous household waste disposal. AA, sole assessor and/or town attorney's office to enter into stipulation of settlement and consent of entry order with regard to various small claims assessment review proceedings. AB, Timothy Johnson, engineering aide, to attend LIGIS 2017 Fall User Conference at Stony Brook. AC, extension of bid for recycling of electronic waste with E Revival LLC. AD, the rental of grader for Highway Department from Edward Airbar, Inc. AE, retain the services of Michael Haberman Associates, Inc. to obtain an appraisal of certain real property located, section number 800-181-2-41, at no cost, at a cost not to exceed $4,000. AF, extension of bid for precast structures to Pelkowski Precast. AG, Supervisor Patrick R. Vecchio's appointment of Alexa Grimley to the Youth Advisory Board. AH, Supervisor Patrick Vecchio's appointment of Alex Rand to the Youth Advisory Board. AL, Town Board to issue a written consistency determination pursuant to Chapter 151 of the Town Code. Application 2017-11 by Nesquag River dredging is consistent with the LWRP. AJ, Town Board to issue a written consistency determination pursuant to Chapter 151 of the Town Code. Application 2017-12 by Stony Brook Harbor Dredging is consistent with the LWRP. AK, amendment to 2017 Highway Road Program to add Christina Court and Hope Place in St. James. AL, to authorize the Town Board to adopt the Town of Smithtown Affordable Workforce Housing Policy. AM, Robert J. Murphy, Superintendent of Highways, to enter into an agreement with the State of New York for the purpose of snow removal operations on state-owned highways. AN, Town Board to issue a written consistency determination pursuant to Chapter 151 of the Town Code. Application 2017-09 by Samir Tuameh is consistent with the LWRP, subject to conditions.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareham?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchia?
Yes. Ms. Noack?
Yes. Town Board to authorize the Comptroller to execute the following as per A through, A through V of the agenda. A, transfer to account. B, increase contractual services. C, transfer from account training. D, transfer from account furniture furnishings. E, transfer from account other foods and other supplies. F, increase account chips capital. G, increase account animal shelter. H, increase account ambulance revenue. I, transfer from account office equipment and veterinary expenses. J, transfer from account part-time salaries, building and maintenance, overtime salary. K, transfer from account buildings and maintenance, pool complex. L, transfer from account office equipment to books and subscriptions. M, transfer from account office equipment to dues, conferences, education. N, increase account Hoyt Farm to special program. O, transfer from account. P, transfer from account office supplies. Q, transfer from several accounts, motor vehicle, from equipment, office supplies. R, transfer from account contingency, from account equipment rental to equipment rental. S, transfer from account contingency. T, transfer from account office supplies. U, transfer from account code special programs. V, transfer from account road maintenance.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareham?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchia?
Yes. Point two vote.
Item 7, the Town Board to authorize the Supervisor to execute the following on a form approved by the Town Attorney. A, agreement with Landscape Structures, Inc. B, specialized services agreement with Margot Roseman and the Senior Citizens Department for a computer class. C, agreement with Landscape Structures, Inc. D, agreement with Landscape Structures, Inc. Number 8, the Town...
I'd like to-
Oh,
let me
sorry.
just-
Sorry.
It's okay. Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareham?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchia? Number 8.
Yes.
Number 8, the Town Board to authorize the acceptance of the following. A, to authorize Matthew Lankowitz, Safety Officer, Michael Engelman. B, performance bond in the amount of, a lot of money, $1,358,165. C, accept the check donations in memory of Jack Hennessy from Peter and Rosalie Marzib. D, accept the check donations in memory of Jack Hennessy from Dolores Clark. E, donation by Robert Murphy of a park bench, approximate value $500 to be placed at Corwood Beach in dedication in memory of Jason Lech. Number 9,
Hang on. Councilwoman Inzarella?
yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareham?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchia?
Yes.
Number 9, the Town Board to authorize the release of the following: release of Capital One bank check in the amount of $600. Number,
Councilwoman Inzarella?
yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareham?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchia?
Ms. Noack, you
Yes.
want to read
The
it?
Town Board to approve settlement in the following matters per recommendation of the Town Attorney. A, CIA, Allegan v. Town of Smithtown, in the amount of $944.80. B, Matthew Panero versus Town of Smithtown, in the amount of $3,319.47.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareham?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchia?
Mr. Wareham, you want to finish you off?
Yeah. Town Board to authorize the following personnel matters. A, part-time appointment with Edward Haffer to the position of minibus driver in the Office of People with Disabilities. B, return from unpaid medical leave of absence for employee number 130119625 at the Senior Citizens Department. C, return of unpaid medical leave of absence for employee ID 004272, Department of Parks, Buildings and Grounds. D, promotion of Mary Ann Lowenstein to the position of principal clerk in the engineering department. E, change of status from provisional to permanent for Alexa Stern, drug and alcohol community coordinator 1. F, change in status from provisional to permanent appointment of Marie Flanagan, drug and alcohol community coordinator 1 in the Horizons department. G, termination of employees number 006747, effective close of business October 10. H, change of termination date for seasonal appointment of William McAllister to position of laborer to 9/22/17. I, change in status from provisional to permanent for Christine Doran, drug and alcohol counselor 1 in the Horizons department. J, part-time appointment of Mary Ellen Amsler to the position of food service worker in senior citizens department. K, change in status for Richard Kitt, senior environmental analyst in the Department of Environment Waterways from provisional to permanent at the same rate of pay, retroactive to July 3rd, 2017. L, temporary part-time appointment of Matthew Gallagher to the position of ordinance inspector in the Public Safety Department at a rate of pay of $19.14 per hour, not to exceed one-half the normal work week.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Yes.
So far, we don't have a
We have
read-on,
two
but we do
read-ons,
have a site
Supervisor.
plan.
Where are they?
They're right, you should have them right there.
There's site plan too.
Right, first we have two read-ons.
And water commissions.
I have the water.
No, we got two read-ons.
I gave him mine.
Yeah, okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, we want to approve the return from medical leave of absence for employee 190112150 in traffic safety department. That's the resolution we voted.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Town board to authorize the disposal of Parks Department disposal of vehicles. That's it?
Nope, we have one
Council-
more supervisor.
Okay.
Okay, Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
By the way, for those in the audience, the disposal of vehicles is a return of those vehicles to the fleet management company. Termination of employee number 006737, effective the close of business today.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Abstain.
It's a termination, we'll get it.
What would you report for us?
Now, we gotta do Board of Water.
Sitting as a Board of Water Commissioners, will you convene, please? Authorize the supervisor to sign agreement with upstate leak detection for DEC compliant leak detection on a form approved by town attorney.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Yes, full-time appointment of Michael Iea to the position of water meter reader in the Smithtown Water District at a rate of pay of $17.50 per hour.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Yes, and transfer from the contingency account in the amount of $1,100 and transfer that to the telephone account as listed here in the amount of $1,100 also.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Yes,
Supervisor, we also have the water minutes.
yes, I
overtaken.
see that.
Okay,
As
as
soon as I get to
correspondence.
it. Lots of paper here.
I know you did.
We don't have the board. Okay. Sitting, well, why don't we do this one? Site plan review resolutions. Town board to conditionally approve site plan application for Artist Senior Living for the proposed two-story, 35,947 square foot assisted living facility located north side of Jericho Turnpike.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilman Wareheim?
Yes.
Supervisor Vecchio?
Okay. reconvene the board as the Board of Water Commissioners. Board of Water Commissioners approved the Board of Water meeting on August 8, 2017. Also authorize the supervisor to sign an agreement with Upstate Leak Detection.
We did that already.
We did that,
Yeah.
okay, so we're done.
We're good. Yes. We need, we have, people to be heard. Got it.
Yeah. Motion G. Holst.
She can do the read-ons.
Good afternoon. William Holst, Holst. Since Supervisor Vecchio submitted his tentative budget, the state, New York State Controller Tom DiNapoli came out with a list of bridges and structures that were maintained by towns that are questionable in terms of their safety. So I know that's a new development, but I would hope that in terms of finalizing the budget, you have a chance to go out and check to make sure that any structure that the town operates in terms of bridges is safe, and there's money for repairs if not.
Mr. Holst, the highway superintendent gives an annual report to the board on the condition of bridges under his jurisdiction.
Okay.
And that's all the bridges.
Okay. The other point that I'd like to mention to you is that in terms of looking around the town of Smithtown, there's a number of structures that should be maintained by the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, and I just wrote a letter to the chairman saying, given the appearance of the St. James Railroad Station, the train trestle across Main Street, Smithtown, and the vehicle bridge on Brookside Drive in Smithtown, it would appear that your maintenance crews consider the township of Smithtown to be beyond the end of the line. As I do not believe that any other governmental entity has stepped forward to be responsible for these MTA assets, I would hope that the budgeting is in place or funds are available to assure that these very visible structures receive the attention they need and deserve before becoming structurally unsound. The historic railroad station in St. James not only has the paint peeling, but the wood underneath looks to be exposed to the elements. The cost of restoration of the structure would seem to warrant immediate attention to the preservation of this landmark station. Another winter of neglect does not bode well for this symbolic building representing the community. The train trestle across Main Street and the connecting railings to the Smithtown train station appear to have accumulated years of rust. As the railings in the areas utilized by the passengers of the Long Island Railroad are rough and uneven, they present a danger and should be addressed in a timely way for the safety of the traveling public. In a similar way, the railings on the vehicle bridge over the train tracks on Brookside Drive, 1 block south of Main Street, appear to have suffered years, if not decades, of neglect. The amount of rust and decay on that structure calls for an expedited inspection and appropriate care as pedestrians, including many children, use the sidewalk on that bridge and are in direct contact with the railings. I would hope that you would consider this to be a fair notice of the conditions that the MTA is allowed to develop in the township of Smithtown, and I ask you as town board members to join in that effort to try to get the MTA to address these problems. Thank you.
Thank you. John Burchek.
Good afternoon, Town Board. First of all, I'd like to address the salary increase for the animal shelter supervisor from $84,000 to $110,000, which is a 30% increase. I believe, Ms. Norwalk, before Sue Hansen was actually hired, you worked with the SAG union to get it reduced, and we actually delayed Sue Hansen's starting date because of that. So how can we give someone a $30,000 raise? Well,
I could
30%.
tell you the title was for
Directive
lack of a
supervisor.
better, yeah, it was tweaked a little. This particular person has a lot more responsibilities.
Is this person John Valentine? Or is it for a person,
No.
a position
No.
that's not even filled? Like,
No.
who's the supervisor, shelter, director, whatever you're calling it? Like, how come this person's getting $26,000 more?
That's a good question.
Well, somebody maybe can get back to me.
We'll get you the
84,000 to
we'll
110,000
get
is
you
kind
the
of,
answer.
you guys all signed off on it
All salaries are negotiated.
by the SAG union. Mr.
Yes.
McCarthy had got that to me, but I remember Lynn getting the SAG union to reduce it, and now it's a temporary position, maybe Mr. Valentine, or it's an open position, and we're giving $26,000, 30% increase.
Okay.
This shelter only has 4 or 5 dogs. Hempstead has over 100, and that shelter director is only getting 115,000. But that's not where I'm really my main thing here.
I think the.
I'm here again to speak about Mel Cohen. I don't care how long ago it
Who's
was.
Mel Cohen?
Mel Cohen, a public safety officer. He went up to the animal shelter
When?
to investigate.
When?
It was a couple of years ago.
No, what year?
I said it was a couple of years ago.
What year?
2014 or 15.
Okay.
They made a woman keep her lunch in the freezer with houses the dead deer. Your friend George Beatty did it, and I don't know if
Isn't that an old story?
That was
still-
not,
it's
that
not
was not
old.
2014.
If you rob a bank, you don't, and the police
Is
pull
it
you
an
over, you don't
old
say get away with it.
story?
No, it's old to you, not to me as a
I'm asking
taxpayer.
you,
I'm
is it
paying
an
this
old-
man's salary.
When did that happen?
2014.
That's a long
Your
time
friend
ago.
George Beatty made a woman keep her lunch,
My friend.
abused this person, and Mel
Okay.
Cohen from Public Safety is supposed to investigate it.
John,
And he went up there and he threatened the guy.
John, that person, that woman has begged you and has
She
begged.
hasn't spoke to me
and
about
has
it.
begged the
I
board
wanna
to
know why
talk
Mel
to you.
Cohen's
Listen,
still in
listen,
the
hold
payroll.
on.
To stop
She has the
talking about
floor.
this.
Don't interrupt
My
her.
time, my 3 minutes. If
No,
she's
it's not
speaking,
your
stop
3
in
minutes.
3 minutes.
Let her speak.
I don't want to answer any questions
okay,
today.
sir.
I want to just speak, please. Mel Cohen is a nuisance to the town of Smithtown. You guys are harboring this thing, and whoever the next supervisor is, be Mr. Werheim, Mr. Holst, or Kristen Slevin, I'm not going away with this as long as Mel Cohen's being paid. I'm not paying this man's salary. He's a nuisance. Public safety is harboring him. You guys are all harboring him, all responsible. Mel Cohen should not be on the payroll of the Smithtown taxpayers. And if anybody here, if you're saying it's a cover, you can't do anything because there's a SAG union. I'll be outside the animal shelter with my truck protesting Mel Cohen. And if you legally can't do anything because there's a SAG union, whatever, come and join me.
Thank you.
Make a mentally challenged woman keep her lunch in her freezer, and we're going to accept it.
Thank you.
Nonsense.
Robert Soto. Did I say that correctly?
My name is Bob Soto, S-O-U-T-O. I'm an Esconset resident. I have a statement and a question. I've lived in Esconset for 25 years in the Woods of Smithtown Homeowners Association. When I first moved here, it was a pleasure to come in and out of my community. Today, on the corner of Roseville and Smithtown Boulevard, you can't get across Roseville Avenue because of the development that's gone on there and the traffic patterns when 7-Eleven was built. The lighting at night, it's like a prison. I live right on Smithtown Boulevard, the rear of my home. I've asked 7-Eleven to
Tone it
move the
down.
shades. I asked you to help me get the shades moved. Nothing has been done. It's over a year. My question is, unrelated to that, they're building a Cumberland Farms there now. There were 2 zoning signs installed. You couldn't see them from the road. Those signs that say there's going to be a meeting. You can't get over there to look at the signs because it's too dangerous to cross the streets on both sides. So this really got past us.
When did that happen?
The reason, the last 4 months, they're building it right now. One of the reasons why it's such a problem is there were 4 pumps, gas pumps, in the business that was there before. Now there's going to be more than 12. 2 blocks down, the BP station that's brand new that was opened up 5 or 6 months ago has another 8 pumps. How many pumps do we need in Esconset? A little further down in Ronkonkoma, there's more pumps. How many gas pumps do we need? That's the question that I have to ask. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you.
Amy Fortunato.
Good afternoon. In the newspaper, our civic association put together a design plan, and we were hoping Mark Mancini would be here today, and I wouldn't be holding this small piece of paper. But we're so excited to consider this plan, and we know it's a snapshot. We know it's a small section right here in this community. But we'd hope that, again, we'd consider like a master plan, a comprehensive plan throughout town, for, just so that our community would have, a certain character kept. And even like the traffic has become so great that we need really to consider a master plan, including traffic studies, including environmental studies. So I'm grateful for Smithtown United, and we were hoping for Mark Mancini to be here today. But I'm glad it was in the paper. We're getting feedback on Facebook. People are liking to see this plan. It's not, it's not set in stone, but we just like the idea of a vision plan for Smithtown, and then to bring it, full circle, that the whole town would have a comprehensive plan.
There is a master plan for the town. Are you saying it needs to be updated?
Yeah, yes, I will say that then.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Patty Stoddard.
Hi, I'm Patty Stoddard. I live in Esconset. And just to reiterate what Amy said, that I did see the plan that the Smithtown United, it was made and was put in the Smithtown News, and it is a really good start. It looks really nice. But I do think we do need a master plan, because you don't want to start building things only to have to change it again. So we want to make sure that the increments that we build in lead towards, you know, a whole thing. So that's one thing. And I just have a question. I've been having so much trouble with the notifications. I signed up for every notification for every department, email and text message. I finally called Regina Burke, who said she made sure I was on the list. Well, 3 days later, I got 6 emails from the planning department, and there were minutes that dated back to May 4th, so there was nothing really recent. I haven't gotten any notifications other than that, and I'm just wondering, am I doing something wrong, or if there's something wrong with the notification system? But, you know,
Tell her to come and see me.
Yeah, you
I would
should
say
come
you
see the
should
town
go down and
clerk.
see
I
the
mean,
town
I
clerk.
get the updates all the time. So,
yeah. Okay.
We need to speak with one voice here.
Who?
Tim Walls,
All right. Thank you.
thank you.
Good afternoon, Supervisor. I'm Tim Wolf. This stack of stuff from your town, from your planning department, from everybody stating public safety, everything's turned over to your public safety department, and your public safety, Karen Sylvester and Garrett Robinson, is doing nothing with the neighbor that's living across the street from me. He's in violation of Town Code 322-16, corners clearance, and Mr. Martin Simon knows about this. And he's in violation, Garrett Robinson is supposed to be handling 221-4, Section A-4, landscaping, ornamental grass that is 7 to 8 foot high now. Nothing has been done by your public safety department. We would like summonses to be issued to him from your public safety department, because your building department and your public safety department has issued summons to my father.
Is there a question there?
That was the question.
I don't know what you mean.
We would like summonses to issue to this neighbor. He's in violation of 2 town
You
codes.
take note of that, Mr. Town Attorney. Town Attorney has noted that he will talk to his people.
No, and I'd like you to call to Garrett Robinson and Karen Sylvester. Okay, traffic study did a
Who are
thing.
you mentioning? I don't know those names.
Your town investigators in public safety
Oh,
and your traffic study did a traffic study February of last year with their vegetation wasn't grown. And David Friend gave me a letter back in July of this year stating he's in violation of town code. And I went to Mr. Wareheim with the letter from traffic, and he reported back to the building department. And when I went down there, he got a letter from Mitch, which Donna sent to me, the town secretary, town clerk secretary, on this issue. And everybody's telling us that he's in violation. And nothing has been done.
would you take
I
note
have
of that?
couple different vehicles in the last 3 weeks, 5 to 15 times I almost been hit making a left-hand turn, and I cannot see down 3rd Street towards 4th Avenue.
That's a corner clearance problem you have?
That and the bushes.
Okay,
Is it a fence in the bushes?
all right. Town
Please,
Attorney,
I like all you...
shush,
No, no,
shush, shush,
please,
shush.
I like all you guys go past that intersection. Go from 3rd Avenue up to 3rd Street and see the...
Don't record that. Don't waste your
Third
time.
Avenue and Third Street?
Town Attorney's taking note of that. Anyone else? I'll move to close the meeting.
Second.
Supervisor Vecchio, Councilman Wareheim,
Yes.
Councilwoman Novick,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella.
yes.